Starting off, I have to give a big thanks to EA for allowing me to capture this gameplay of College Football 25 early and bringing it to you on my YouTube channel. It's still a work in progress, so you'll see that beta tag bounce around the screen throughout the video. But the wait has been since July 2013. It's finally time to retire NCAA Football 14 and load up College Football 25. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my full freshman season. You'll see the ups and downs, the decisions I make and how they impact my player, custom celebrations, the wear and tear system, and more. All while I try to make my way to a national championship. And since this is like the longest commentary I've ever done, I tried to add chapters if you'd like to skip to a certain part. Other than that, get your popcorn ready because this is about to be a movie. I mean, like literally. Like and subscribe if you want more College Football 25. And let's get it! Here we are on the main menu of College Football 25, loading in the road to glory. So first, you have your settings, and you see down a little further, wear and tear. One of the features presented in Campus IQ, you're able to turn that on or off. You're gonna see how that plays a factor later on in the video. Custom conferences, you're able to switch teams in and out of any conference to shake things up. Then it says choose your journey. We're gonna have an underdog, contributor, blue chip, or elite. Now you see underneath, they have the mental abilities and they have the skill points that you're gonna start off with depending on which one of these pathways you choose. Now I'm thinking about going elite. I wanna have the highest possible attributes when I start off because I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of tough out here. Then you have to pick your position and archetype. So for example, we're gonna click on halfback and you see there's power, elusive, and receiving. And each one has different ratings and stats that you start off with, along with those physical abilities off to the side. So feel free to pause this and get a look at each one of these archetypes along with every position so you can get an idea of what you want to do once you hop on this game, alright? Middle linebacker looking pretty good, but you know me! I am focused on being a cornerback here on College Football 25. So they have slot, man-to-man, and zone. So after thinking about it and checking out the abilities for each one for a couple of minutes, I ultimately decided to go with man-to-man corner. So then we are actually going to create our player. Now, you know I'm going with London Bridges II. And I was checking to see if they have the current place that I live. They do have Noblesville, Indiana. So kind of crazy, dude. I saw all kinds of cities. But ultimately, I'm going with Greensboro, North Kakalaki. But then it's time to actually choose the appearance of the player that you are creating. So they start you off with a head template. And you can choose one of these and go through and customize it to your liking. Now I'm gonna fast forward through some of this so we don't spend too much time on just the creation. But you see you can go through the skin tone, the eye shape, the nose, the ears, the mouth, all of that good stuff to try to get your player to look the way that you want. And as far as the hairstyles, you know I'm gonna come out and rock me some dreads, bruh. Added a little bit of facial hair, and then we are off to the accessories. Of course, you know you want to start off with your helmet. They have the different face masks, visors, mouthpieces. Now, they didn't have the hanging mouthpieces, unfortunately. I know that's something that we wanted on this game. Now, jersey style, you can have the abs showing if you want to. But now when you go over the undershirt, you can throw on a hoodie if you want to. So if you're playing in a cold place, you might want to come over here and throw on a hoodie to look more fashionable or be ready for that cold weather. You know what I'm saying? Now, jersey style, the thing is you can't really wear the hoodie with the regular jersey style, so you have to have it like rolled up. They do have the back plate, and you see how it looks when you don't have your jersey rolled up compared to when you do. You're actually able to see the back plate popping out when you switch up your jersey style. But as we keep on going, you can change your shoulder pad size. You know we want to go with small. They have the neck pads, the flak jackets, And we already talked about the undershirts. But as you keep on going, then you have your arm accessories. You can pick the gloves that you want to wear out there. And then we're going to go down to the lower body. You can actually have this base layer. And now it looks like you can wear tights. And we can pick the pants that are above the knee. So that's a huge addition here for college football 25. You want to be able to wear those pants that are above the knee. And like I said before, they have those tights as you see. Now, as far as the towel, you can move that around to like 8 different positions. And you see it's not morphing through the t-shirt that I have on. So that's a great thing. I feel like pretty much any position of the towel looks pretty dope. On to the hand warmer. If you want to wear one of those, you can put it in the front or the back. And it looks like it is not going to interfere with the towel or the relaxed t-shirt that I have on, right? So moving on to the knees and the thighs, you can take the pads off now because you know we a tough guy. We ain't got to be wearing them pads and we feel like it's slowing us down out there on the field. So I am going to take off the thigh pads and the knee pads. Then for the left knee and right knee, of course, you know you can rock those braces if you need to. And as far as the cleats, they give you quite a few to choose from to start off with to make your player look pretty swagged out here before we even sign with a college. And the socks, you can take those off or make them long if you choose to. So here we are moving on to the next step. Since we ended up choosing to start off as an elite player, we have to equip one more mental ability. So you see it starts us off with fan favorite, road dog, and clear-headed. But when I was looking at these, I was thinking about choosing team player because it says improved ability to play out of position. So I don't know if that's going to come into effect here on Road to Glory, but the concept sounds pretty dope. So review your profile. This is what we came up with. Man-to-man corner, London Bridges II. We are loading that thing up, and right away, we are getting a text message. This is how we are going to determine what school we end up going to, because you know we do not have the high school gameplay on College Football 25, unfortunately. So we have to go through and answer these questions to decide where we're going to play. So competing for a national championship was my first answer. Seeing the field as a freshman, we want to get as much playing time as possible. Coaching staff and experience, definitely something that I'm interested in. So now they are going to give me the list of schools for signing day, and we're able to choose any one of these. Now keep in mind it has your projected role. It has the school fit based on the questions that you answered, NIL opportunities, the depth chart down at the bottom, so you're able to see everything that you need to know. I will mention, don't let the projected role deter you from picking a certain team, because when you're into position battles and all that good stuff, you are able to make your way up the depth chart pretty quickly. So keep that in mind when you're choosing a school. I would pay attention to the NIL opportunities. You see a school like Nebraska, it says high opportunity for NIL. That was something that I was thinking about when I was choosing one of these schools, and they didn't have me that far down the depth chart. But like I said before, don't let that be the ultimate decision, because if you really want to go to a school, you'll be able to crack that starting lineup pretty quickly. So it took me probably, I want to say like an hour to try to decide what school I wanted to go to.
2 hours later.
But ultimately, I wanted to be in the Big Ten or the SEC, and I've always had a little bit of love for LSU, so I am going to decide to go to the LSU Tigers, even though it says I am going to be down low on the depth chart. We're going to have to make our way up, but we have committed to the LSU Tigers, and now we're actually able to see what we are going to look like in that uniform. Looking pretty dope, bro, right? Now we are able to come over here and upgrade some of the attributes that we have. Remember, starting off as an elite, they give us 5 skill points to use. But down there at the bottom, you see the quickness one was like 9 skill points. I'm like, dag, bro. It's going to be a while to upgrade some of this stuff. But I'm going to go with my man coverage to start off with. We are going to upgrade that. Then I'm going to go down to hands because that's pretty much the only other thing that I have enough points to upgrade at the moment. And we are going to fix up that skill group as well. So then, of course, you have the mentals. These are upgraded through the decisions that you make, as well as the energy that you spend on agendas. We're going to get into that in a second. Then you have your physical abilities. Of course, you use skill points, just like you were using on your ratings to get these up. Your health for the wear and tear, and then you can see yourself on the depth chart and all that good stuff, to which you see I'm all the way at the bottom. So we have a lot of work to do, man. Moving on, we are going to check out our weekly agenda. Now, this is something that you have to do every single week here on College Football 25 Road to Glory. Academics, you see where we're at on that. You have your leadership, health, training, and your brand. So these are the things that you have to spend your energy on. Ultimately, it's your decision on what route you want to take your player. So I did use a little bit on training, but when we do that, now our risk of injury has increased. So we can use an energy point on our health to get that all the way back up to 100%. You see under leadership, if you get that up to a certain point, you'll unlock clear-headed. That is your mental ability. Academics, you have to keep your GPA up. It'll help your coach trust. And you can get up to fan favorite, which is another mental ability to help out your composure. You will see that some of the decisions you make will have an effect on these categories as well, like the NIL deals, studying for tests, etc. But now I'm going to add one more of these energy to my health to get me all the way back up to 100%. Before we are moving on to the next step to make our way up that depth chart. So you see we're all the way number 5, of course. So we're going to go into practice, which you are going to be doing a lot to start off with. Now you can simulate all this stuff, but I'm going to go into it right now just to see how quickly we can go up to number 1 corner on the depth chart. One of the mini games that I picked a lot was the DB battle, just because I felt like it was easier to get gold in this one when you came out here and played it. Now you get 8 reps. Of course, you want to try to get an interception each time. I'm not going to show you every single rep, just the final 2. You see I'm going up here knocking the ball away from the receiver, and that one put me into the gold category. And right here, he is throwing it, and I'm coming down with the pick. You know I cannot wait to be singing the user, but first, I have to make my way up that depth chart. We are earning points toward another skill point, along with getting some coach trust. Now you see we are still a little ways away from cornerback number 4, so we are going to have some work to do, but maybe we can speed up the process a little bit. The starting corner said that he would like for me to wake him up. I'm like, oh boy. I have a decision to make right here. Don't wake him up when he oversleeps. It says I am taking a risk. But ultimately, I'm trying to make my way up that depth chart as fast as possible. And it says sabotage. You let your teammate sleep through his alarm, and coach gives you the first team reps. So I was playing with the first team during practice, and it says I am actually going to get an XP boost. Medium increase to player XP. And he is not happy about it, bruh. What happened? Coach thought I decided to skip. I asked you to do one thing. So I'm like, oh man, my leadership is decreasing. So every action has a reaction. You have to make sure these decisions that you make are going to be worth it. Now one of the upperclassmen is saying that the freshmen have to drive them around all weekend to wherever they want to go. Now this is going to cost me 2 energy if I do it, but I feel like I already dropped the ball with my teammates earlier, so I am going to go ahead and do it. Now it's time for our first game. in our first game of the season against the USC Trojans. We ended up winning 37-34. Now, I didn't even get to see the field at all until right now at the end to celebrate with my teammates. So pretty embarrassing, but I knew this is what was going to happen. Coming to LSU, I was not going to be starting right away. But look at this right here, dude. After the game, my coach trust went up a little bit more, and I have a position battle to try to become cornerback number 4. But before we do that, our academic advisor is letting us know we have to have at least a 2.0 GPA to see the field. And I'm thinking, brother, if you don't have that, and you don't need to be out there anyway.
Holy moly.
And if we have at least a 3.7 in our first 3 years, we are able to graduate early, and we won't even have to worry about that stuff our senior year. Next, we are getting an opportunity at our first NIL deal, a local sporting goods store. They said it's for a 2-week contract. 1 energy per week is the cost, and we will receive 500 followers each week of the contract. So we can come out of this bad boy with 1,000 extra followers, which will help us get closer to activating some of those mental abilities. Now it is time for that position battle to become cornerback number 4 on the depth chart. So you have to win 2 out of 3 games, it's saying, and they are giving us random drills that we have to go through and complete. So we're going to be getting like DB battle. You'll see the chase and tackle, a couple other drills, and I'm going to skip through these pretty quickly. We ended up completing that first one. But honestly, when you're going through these, it shouldn't be too difficult. I feel like they made it pretty simple for you to go through and win these battles so you can make your way up that depth chart. So we ended up winning the first one, and the second one is this chase and tackle. Normally, if you get like 2 tackles, you will have enough points to beat your opponent. And don't worry if you come out here and drop the ball like that. It won't really affect you too much. You'll still be able to win that battle. And we are moving up to cornerback number 4. Now notice on the coach trust, we are past cornerback number 3. But unfortunately, you are unable to do more than 1 position battle in a week. So we are going to have to wait until we advance in order to do another battle. So next game we're facing the UGF Pandas. What in the blue moon? Shout out to my boy, Not the Expert. You know he has his team in the game right now. But I apologize because you already know that we had to come out there and give them that work. 34-13. I did not get any playing time once again, but I'm glad that we came out and won the game at least. Starting off 2-0, and I am not even on the field yet. You gotta love it though, right? So moving along, they are letting us know that we have a big test coming up. We cannot study at all. We can study a little bit, moderately, or a lot. I chose a little bit because I didn't want to use up a bunch of energy. So we are going to see how that is going to affect us. But it's time for our first action on the field against UCLA. Let's get it! So we are finally getting some in-game action here on College Football 25. The good thing about playing corner, you know we did not have to make our way up to CB1 yet to be able to see the field. From the play call menu, they are giving me 1 play to choose from, but if I hit that Y button, it gave me 2 other options for play calls. Now you see the number 15 right there. That's how many more times I'm able to go through and request multiple plays throughout the game. Your coach trust does determine how many times you are able to do that. Now, as far as the camera angle, you know I'm used to playing behind my player. but it felt like it was harder to see the field when I was doing it that way. So I'm going to keep it in front of my player as of right now. So you see the stadium is rocking here, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know we are trying to do our thing with the LSU Tigers. I was wanting the quarterback to go ahead and try to throw it my way so that I can get my coach trust up, try to make my way up that depth chart. The crowd is going absolutely crazy here on 3rd down and 2. We need to try to get a stop. They are trying to run the ball, and he is not going to get to the 1st down marker. That is what I am talking about. We are going to fast forward a little bit to the 2nd quarter. The score is 7-7. They have a 3rd down and 8. You hear the Undertaker bell in the background. Every person in the crowd is on their feet. And you know I'm back here trying to play that defense lurking. Give me that! The user, 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 the user. I am coming up with my first pick on College Football 25.
I know I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me.
I am getting my first college interception, and if you go to the start menu, you're actually able to check out the celebrations and see what button prompts you have to use to pull them off. Whether it's a touchdown, 1st down, or interception, you see I hit down on that right thumbstick to get the strap. They have a Colorado only celebration, and if you go up a little bit, you're gonna see Tiger swag, a touchdown celebration. You could probably guess what that might be, but you're gonna see later on in the video. So back on defense after getting a field goal. It's now 10-7, and I am in the backfield getting the tackle. You know we have to do everything that we can to gain the coach's trust out here and try to move up that depth chart, taking his legs out. I am liking what I am seeing out of this boy London Bridges II. We have a tie game, 17-17. They are going down with the sack. That is exactly what we needed in that situation. Taking down the quarterback in the backfield. And that's going to be it for this game. Gonna walk out of here with a W. 39-31. I didn't play a lot in this game because I'm not number 1 on the depth chart. But I did all that I could to impact the game when I was in there. And my boy Thomas, 11 catches, 151 and 3 tutties. That is what I like to see from our offense. And we came out of here with the victory. Oh boy, come on now. A party off campus this week. I should have never gave homegirl my number in class, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and skip that lab.
Holy moly.
And attend this party because you know your boy is starting to get a little popularity. I got an interception in that game. I was doing my thing. Making some of those risky decisions is gonna help out my brand and followers. I got 250 extra followers. I guess they see me out at the party, but there are consequences to my actions. I ended up missing a hot diggity dog pop quiz and automatically failed it. So I'm like, boy, we gained some followers, but our GPA is gonna go down a little bit. Hopefully not too much, because you know we have to keep it up in order to even play. But I'm moving on to my agendas. Look, it says I have an exam in a week. I'm like, oh boy, I'm actually gonna have to come out here and cram. Hey, I don't recommend doing this if you're in college or planning on going. I ain't even gonna lie, your boy used to do it. I felt like I worked better under pressure though. I don't think that's for everybody. Our coach is hitting us up saying that we should stay after practice to have this position battle to become the #1 corner on the depth chart. So I'm excited about this. I'm actually able to move all the way up to CB1. So I have to take advantage of this opportunity. My academic advisor also let me know that my exam results are in, and we got all A's, baby. Check your GPA to see how your results impacted it. But first, we are in this CB1 Position Battle. I'm trying to go all the way up to number 1 on the depth chart, and I am putting a hit on the running back out here in practice. Probably shouldn't be doing all that, right? So I'm in the second drill, and I told you I'm gonna speed through this a little bit, just show you a clip from each one of these. And of course, you know I ended that thing with a user pick, and we won the position battle. We are gonna be at the top of the depth chart at cornerback number 1 for the LSU Tigers. I could not be more excited to get into the next game. Fan favorite activated. That is one of those mental abilities as well. And it took me about 7 weeks before I cracked number 1 on the depth chart. You see right there. We are going to be taking on Arkansas in my very first game as the starting corner on the road. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's get into it right now. I think I really enjoy playing on the road, to be able to see these different team intros and see the environments and all that, bro. You see me coming up right away, making a tackle. I am doing everything I can to make an impact out here against the Arkansas Razorbacks on the road. They are trying to throw this thing to the end zone. No! Taylor, if you throw my way, I am gonna make you pay. That's exactly what I do. He should have known better than try to throw it my way. Out here doing our thing, celebrating, taunting the other team, doing everything that we can to be a menace out here. And look at the crowd. They have the colors and the patterns. All of this stuff is making the game feel more realistic. They are throwing it my way again. No, sir. It is going to fall incomplete. I am trying to lock down my side of the field. Oh, he's throwing it again, dude. The crowd cannot believe what is going on right now. I'm a little bit in shock too, because he trying to throw another pick out here, ain't he? You see they're trying to drop back, looking. Sing it for me! I appreciate that, dog. Getting my second pick.
I'm in my element, don't care about relevance. I'm doing me, I'm in my element. We the new delegate, tapping and see.
We came out on the road and did our thing, 52-14 against the Arkansas Razorbacks. So another dub in the books. Battle for the Golden Boot is won by LSU. You see they actually have the series wins down there at the bottom too. Quarterback went absolutely ham. I am liking what I'm seeing out of this LSU Tiger squad. We are racking up them dubs right now, and they are wanting to know what is the biggest factor to our success. And of course, I'm going to give the team credit, bro. I got to be a team player from now on, you know. I was doing enough selfish things at the beginning of the season, and our leadership is going to increase. So that is a good thing, but oh boy. Another party! I'm thinking I really want to go to this, even if it means I'm gonna miss curfew. I know coach is gonna be upset with me, but I said yes, I'm down. You already know. My followers and brand are gonna be increased by that decision, so I'm not too upset about that part. And we are getting an opportunity for another NIL deal. This one is actually 8 weeks long. It'll cost me 2 energy up front, but I'll get plus 10 injury for 8 weeks. And then once I'm done, 10,000 followers to go toward my brand. So we are going to sign that NIL deal as well. Moving on, we do have enough skill points saved up to improve an attribute group, but we can't go down to the ones all the way at the bottom. Quickness being 9 skill points to improve, to be exact. And I mentioned earlier that your physical abilities are going to take skill points in order to improve as well. So I'm thinking about doing one of these, and I go down to house call because it says it is going to improve interception attempts. And you know that is one of my main goals when I'm out here on the field, taking on Texas A&M. We are on the road in the toughest place to play according to College Football 25. Texas A&M Kyle Field. I'm already getting the interception. He threw it my way and I said no, sir. Letting them know that they are absolutely strapped out here on defense. And look, he's trying to throw it again. London Bridges the second comes down with another interception on the road. I was like, oh man, we are having a breakout game, aren't we? I'm skipping through this game. Third quarter, I get my third! Can you believe what is going on with this freshman? Finally take it down, but I'm going ham out here. Whatever that play call is, we got to run that thing every time because we are out here getting it popping right now. But check out the score, 48-41. Under a minute to go in the game, and A&M is trying to tie this thing up, throw it in my way, and they are going to slide in the end zone for the score. I'm like, oh my goodness. We are getting our first taste of overtime here in College Football 25. I'm coming up making that tackle. But we do not want them to get a touchdown. They're handing it off to Emmitt Smith's son, and he's in there. They're going to take the lead. Better go ahead and get used to hearing these fight songs because you are going to hear them a lot on College Football 25. But look at us. We have the ball right here. We get the first touchdown. And of course, you know the overtime rules. We are going to get the ball back to back and try to go in there and do it again. And we get another one. 63-55. We now have the lead, and I feel like we are now in control of this game. All we need to do is get one stop, and we will have the victory in the toughest place to play in college football. So now 2nd and goal. Drop back throw. Quarterback to the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. That is what I am talking about. We get the hard-fought victory on the road against Texas A&M. So, man, this LSU team is really rolling right now, knocking out another rivalry game. It's feeling like every SEC game we play ends up being a rivalry, right? 5 touchdowns for the quarterback, and we got the dub. And oh no, my coach done found out. Someone sent a picture of me out. I'm like, bruh, who done snitched? You gotta be serious, man. Maybe it's cornerback number 4 on the depth chart right now trying to get me in trouble. But my coach trust ended up decreasing. I don't think it's really gonna affect me that much because we have it so high, especially after that breakout performance against A&M. And now it's saying, uh-oh. One of my classmates has the answers to the test. Do I want it? Ah, man, I'm actually studying myself. I can't come out here and cheat. I'm on top of the world right now. I do not want to get caught up with anything else. We have been doing our thing as an LSU Tiger, and I don't think there's a team out there that is going to slow me down at all. A Saturday night LSU versus Alabama game, and what makes it even better, we're ranked number 3 and Bama is ranked number 5, so obviously this is set to be a great game. We have been on the up and up lately, been getting good grades, going to parties, NIL deals, doing my thing out here on the field, so it's only natural that I get a little bit overconfident, especially as a freshman that's out here shining. But one thing you need to remember, it only takes one team to be able to humble you, and I'm hoping that it's not Alabama. So on 3rd down, we have to make sure that we come out here and get a stop. You know the stadium is rocking. You see the composure of Milroe was starting to be affected, but they do get the 1st down right there. And they're trying to move this thing down the field and be the first to strike. Running the ball, I'm coming up with the hit. I am feeling it already against Alabama. Look at me trying to read the play they're coming out of the backfield. Give me that! The user, 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 the user. I am taking that thing all the way back for the touchdown.
Season I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a fuck, I don't care. Did the by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share.
I had to hit that Tiger swag celebration, which ended up being the gritty. You have to hold down the L trigger and hit up on the right stick at the same time in order to pull that one off. But can you believe this dude, London Bridges II? We have really transformed into a great player. And I haven't even really got my attributes up yet, dude. You know what I mean? Oh boy, look at Milroe. Launching that thing to the end zone, and I say, no! Jalen, if you throw my way, I am gonna make you pay. That's exactly what I do. up being the end of the first quarter. I already have myself 2 interceptions out here in the first, taking one of them things all the way back to the end zone, and on third down it's going to be incomplete. And check out Alabama taking the long field goal, and they do get their first points on the board. As you see, we are going to be up 14-3, so no need to worry, fans. Hey, we're going to be all right now. Y'all ain't got to stress about it. I feel like we have nothing to worry about. Even though we are playing our rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Look, they have that dude in motion again. I'm coming around here to see if they were going to throw it to him. This time they threw a little wrinkle in there and flipped it up to the tight end. But it is going to be 3rd and 1. Are we going to be able to get a stop here and force them to attempt another field goal? Here's Milrow trying to fight through this crowd noise. They are running that thing up the middle. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for the first. But another 3rd down and 11. Look, he's dropping back to throw it. They're going to be short of the first down. But it looks like they are planning on going for it. If we get a stop right here, you know the crowd is going to go absolutely nuts. So on 4th and 2, Milrow throwing it to the corner of the end zone, and they get it. I'm like, Of course you're going to throw it to the other side of the field. You ain't going to try to test your boy no more, because he already knows London Bridge is going to take that thing the other way. But look, they have the ball again. 1 minute to go in the half. And this is not a replay. He's throwing it to the same spot in the end zone again. I'm like, oh boy, what is going on right now in this game? We are going to skip ahead to the end of the 3rd quarter. Alabama threatening to score yet again. Out into the flats, and they are in there. This guy Milrow has taken the game over. They are taunting us in the end zone, and Alabama is able to tie the game up at 35. But now it's 41-42. Bama has a 1-point deficit, but they do have the ball here in the 4th quarter. Clutch time, crunch time, whatever you want to call it. Milrow hit 200 passes on the season. So that's a cool little animation you'll be able to see when people break records or hit certain milestones throughout the season. And now Alabama is on the goal line. 3rd and goal. Are they going to be able to take the lead here? Handed the ball off, and he goes right up the gut. They get the lead after the score. I cannot believe what is going on right now. I thought that we were on top of the world, and just like that, Bama is trying to go for 2 and put the team up by 7. Now I have to depend on my offense to try to drive down the field and put some points on the board and at least tie this game up with 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. We are not going to be able to do it, bro. But we do have an opportunity to get a stop right here. It is going to be 3rd and 5, and we have 1 timeout left. So, of course, I figured they were going to run the ball here. I'm trying to do run commit. I'm moving everybody up to the line. But Milrow steps back and launches it over my head. Bama is going to get the touchdown. Wow, this is absolutely unbelievable. I got humbled by the Alabama Crimson Tide. After I just told you I was on top of the world, the NIL deals, going to parties, killing it out here on the football field. But now we take a L to our rivals. And I'm thinking this probably knocked us out of the SEC championship game. And who knows what this will do to our college football playoff chances. We got absolutely shredded through the air. That boy Kobe with 4 touchdowns on the day. But somehow I got SEC Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, I guess I had 2 picks. A touchdown, nobody cares about this when you take a L. Our academic advisor is letting us know that we do have finals coming up, so we need to make sure that we get our studying in, because remember, if we keep our GPA a 3.7 or better, we won't even have to worry about academics our senior year. We will be able to graduate early, but we do get another GPA increase by that decision. And moving on to my agendas, look, it says I am going to be prepared. Right now I have a 4.0 GPA. I spent a lot of points on that this week in order to make sure I do well, but I am going to have to start spending more points on our training in order to get those skill points. We will be focusing on that a little later, but it says that we aced all of our finals. I am happy about that. We are back on the up and up until we find out that Jalen Milroe ended up winning the Heisman Trophy. Boo. The dude that just ended up giving us that work wins the Heisman. But more good news, we have been invited to the college football playoff. And in the first round, we will be on the road taking on Notre Dame. And here's a first look at the 12-team tree. The first time that we will be seeing these playoff games played, whether it's in a video game or in real life. So I feel like I'm ready to go out here and do my thing. Look, I'm trying to improve my leadership because it is going to unlock clear-headed. And this could not have come at a better time because we are going to be in some hostile environments here in the college football playoff. And that mental ability is going to prevent you from losing composure throughout the game. So, that might mean that the screen might be shaking more. The play art for my defense might be all messed up. But it is time for this first college football playoff game. Let's go! We are experiencing another environment. Look at touchdown Jesus back there, man. We are facing Notre Dame, and we are on the road. I love the way the field looks and everything, dude. Absolutely stunning environment. I'm coming right out, getting the interception. I ran the play and ended up jumping the route. Look at that boy, London Bridges the second. Fired up on the road. You see I have the little flame underneath me now, bro. I'm lit. They're getting a quick pass, but I'm coming up with the tackle, trying to prevent them from getting down the field. And on the 1st and 10, they're trying to run it once again. The running back is taken down, and I am coming out of the ball game, and I have no idea why until I see this. I am getting hit with my first experience of wear and tear. On my right leg, it says risk of injury is high. Some of my attributes are going to take a hit as well, and I went to the replay to see exactly what happened. The running back got swung into my right leg and made impact with it. I'm thinking to myself, dude, are you kidding? The realism on this? The only bad thing is I am simulating, and it is going to keep me out of the ball game all the way until the 4th quarter. So you have to keep that in mind when you are using wear and tear. You can toggle that on and off if you don't want to be taken out of the game because of an injury like that. Also keep in mind if you're a starter and you feel like you're not getting playing time, if they keep taking you out, you want to make sure that you go to your sliders and turn fatigue all the way down to 0, because that with a combination of wear and tear You might find yourself missing, you know, like a quarter or two. In some of these games, wait a minute! We come up with the interception on Notre Dame and get it back to around the 50. There is my man Alexander. You know we ended up becoming good friends, even though I let him oversleep that one time before practice. And here's Notre Dame finally getting in the end zone for a score. Despite them being hyped up, we are still going to come out here and get the victory in the first round of the college football playoff, 34-20. Like you saw earlier, I really did not even get that much playing time, but I still ended up with an interception in this game, so I could not be any happier. But that wear and tear system can be really realistic, as you see. Just for me getting hit in the leg, I ended up missing a few quarters. So it does make you think about the way that you play the game. Like from now on, I'm not gonna run up to piles for no reason if I have no impact on the tackle. My coach trust was off the charts. And we are gonna be facing Oregon in the next round of the college football playoff. I'm excited about that one. And I'm coming over here to my weekly agenda. I don't have to worry about academics anymore for the rest of the season. But you see right here my health, the wear and tear. I ended up having to use energy on that just to get that back up to normal. Other than that, I was putting some points toward my leadership and my brand before we get ready for this next game. And you see I am going to unlock Road Dog, which is going to increase our composure gains on the road. And take a look at the bracket right here. We got past Notre Dame, and now we are ready to face Oregon in the Rose Bowl. This is going to be a nasty, messy rain game. Gonna have them mascots out here smelling funky. You know water in that fur probably does not mix well. But we are out here on defense in the Rose Bowl game, coming up saying, we are forcing the fumble after the big hit. Out here rocking the knee brace because we had that wear and tear scare. I don't want to risk it out here, dude, you know? And they are dropping the ball. The weather is playing an impact in this game. People are going to be slipping around the field. There are going to be drops. Look, they're trying to run the option right here, and he cuts it upfield. And Oregon gets in the end zone. They have their fight song playing, and I ain't even gonna lie, dude. When you're playing Road to Glory or probably any game mode, if you put that thing on Heisman, wait a minute! Oh, man. The weather is causing me to drop that ball. I had myself an interception. But yeah, man, when people put on the burners, start hitting you with those juke moves and spin moves, it is hard to make tackles in the open field. Like right here, look at that. He ran right by me, but I am stripping the ball out. I hit that RB button and get the user strip. and they cannot believe what is going on out here because we are able to kneel down and we are going to get the victory in the Rose Bowl, 24-13. The LSU Tigers are moving on to the next round. So my boy on defense, Womack, ended up having 4 sacks, an absolute terror back there in the backfield. And we are celebrating here with the trophy, moving on to the next round of the college football playoffs. So I could not be more excited about that. Road Dog upgraded. Our mental abilities are going to be improved based on our performance out here in these college football games, clear-headed. So we should not have a problem as far as composure. Quarterfinal playoff game 1. I cannot wait to move on to the next round. The semifinals. And we are going to be taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Orange Bowl. Let's go! Starting to get crazy out here. The atmospheres are wild. The teams are getting tougher. And we find ourselves 2 wins away from winning it all and hoisting that national championship for the LSU Tigers. So what a season that would be, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves. We know these Ohio State Buckeyes are an elite team, and you see we have the ball right here trying to go down and do something. We do get a touchdown. The first score of the game. Now Ohio State is backed up all the way to the 1-yard line, and I'm trying to come out and blitz. Take it down, Henderson in the backfield for the safety. Just trying to do my thing out here and make an impact, bruh. 16-0, we are doing our thing so far in this game. Over the middle! I am getting the interception! He is trying to test me and I say no, sir! I am hitting down on that right thumbstick again to let them know that they are strapped up. You know what I'm doing on defense. But here they are throwing it to the other side of the field. And Ohio State finally gets something. You know, Brutus is hyped about that. They put some points on the board, so it's only a 1-score game because they did get a 2-point conversion. And look at this boy Henderson on the left side, putting the moves on and getting them down the field. You will see differences in the way these offenses operate on College Football 25. Some will be more up-tempo. Some will throw the ball more. As we get an interception in the end zone, some teams will definitely be run heavy, running a lot of option and wildcat. So you just have to be on the lookout of what you're playing and have an idea of what the team you're going up against likes to do. Ohio State like to mix it up with the run and the pass. It's still only an 8-point game, and you see they're coming out. Sing it for me! I appreciate that, dog! You see me taking that thing all the way back and gradient in the end zone for the touchdown! this stuff gets so epic. You see me out here celebrating in the end zone with my teammates, and there we are getting a sack. The Ohio State Buckeye fans are starting to feel like this one is slipping away. Look how anxious they are looking up in the stands. My senior left end back there getting the sack. You know, we trying to send them off with a national championship. That is my goal right now in the Orange Bowl. They cannot believe what is going on. But I learned in this game that no lead is safe. You want to make sure that you keep your foot on the gas pedal. Because look at Ohio State throwing that thing over the top and then get in there for the score. The crowd has life again here for the Ohio State Buckeyes. They realize that this game is not quite over yet. They are trying to go for two to cut it to a 3-point game with the play action, throwing it to the end zone, and we knock it away. So it's still going to be a 5-point game. Our offense is back out on the field, and on 3rd and 15, wow, man, we are only getting 1 yard. So look at this, 30 seconds to go. And Ohio State still has a chance, but not when they're getting sacked like that. They're going to have to run the no-huddle, hurry-up offense with 3rd and 9. The clock is still ticking. We need to get a stop right here. He's throwing that one away, and that will bring up 4th down. So on the play call screen, I didn't like what they were trying to give me, a straight-up man-to-man. I want to run some zone and put everybody back because I am not trying to get beat over the top by this Ohio State offense. They're dropping back, throwing, and I get the pick! A game winner in the semifinals of the college football playoff. This boy, London Bridges II, is waving goodbye to the Buckeye fans. Now it's safe to say we're gonna walk out of here with a W. We are moving on to the national championship. We took out Ohio State in the Orange Bowl, and we are holding up the trophy. Player of the game for your boy. 3 interceptions and a touchdown. The celebration continues here in the Orange Bowl. Moving on to the national championship game. So far, we took out Notre Dame, Oregon, and Ohio State. And I got National Defensive Player of the Week. Of course, you know there wasn't that many teams now. And oh boy, look at who we are facing in the national championship game. The Alabama Crimson Tide. The team that beat us earlier in the season on our home turf and prevented us from playing in the SEC championship. So you know I really want to get some revenge on them. I am going to improve my quickness attribute group to try to get some more speed out here on the field because I'm not trying to get beat over the top like I said before. But I feel like I am well prepared for anything this game is ready to bring me. It's time to get out to the field. Let's get it! So here we are, the national championship in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. the LSU Tigers taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide, the #1 overall team out of this whole thing. So I knew this would be a tough task. I know exactly what they are capable of because we saw them earlier in the season, and right out of the gate, he's throwing it my way. I probably could have cut that route off if I was a little more prepared, but I was out of position, and here they go again. Alabama trying to do something on 2nd and 4. I'm dropping back. No! Milroe, if you throw my way, I am gonna make you pay. That's exactly what I do. We are hyped up in the national championship, telling them that they are strapped down on defense. That's what we're going to be doing, bruh. Trying to come out here and make an impact. Trying to come out here and get a victory. 3rd down and 7. Here's Milroe, and we are swatting it down. I think I had a chance at an interception right there if my teammate wouldn't have batted that one. But here they are. You see they have someone in motion. I'm paying attention to that because remember how I ended up getting my pick 6 against Alabama? They had somebody in motion, and they ended up trying to toss it to him out of the backfield. But I'm keeping an eye on all that, dude. Here they are trying to run the ball around the right side, turning on the Jets. This dude Law looks like an Olympic sprinter. Nobody is gonna catch him, and he's in the end zone. If you take a bad angle on a pursuit or a tackle like I did there, your opponent will be taking that thing to the house, dude. I have learned that the hard way. This game can get pretty difficult when you have it on Heisman. It seems like that when you're playing good teams, you will absolutely know that you are playing a good team because they're going to play out of their minds. And if you're playing a bad team, you know, you should come out and get the dub. Look at that spin move! I am going to need for Alabama to just chill out a little tiny bit here in the national championship because it is looking like they are coming out here on a mission, and I'm coming up helping out with that tackle. That is what we need. I hit him with a little celebration. You notice the score bug is a little different for the national championship. They done added some gold to that bad boy. That is a cool little detail. And now we are on offense, getting a touchdown, very much needed, because Alabama was feeling like they wanted to run away with this game. They still have the lead 13-7, and there's a flag down on the play. Holding on the offense, so of course we're going to back them up a little bit, dude. They have been getting down the field with ease, but now it's 1st and 18. We need to try to get a stop right here on this drive, but he's still throwing it short. A fumble! We come up with the loose ball. LSU forces another turnover. That could not have come at a better time, and our offense is going to be set up with excellent field position, but we only end up getting a field goal out of that, so it's going to be 13-10. And they are throwing down another flag on Alabama. Hey, I'm fine with it as long as the referees want to keep on helping me out. 3rd and 16, throwing it deep. I was waiting for Milroe to try to take a shot, and I come up with another interception. Doing all of this on defense, notice that my offense is not doing much out here on the field, so we are back trying to get another stop. Alabama is in position to try to score a touchdown, but we do not want that to happen at all, not right before halftime especially. Look at him throwing it to the end zone. I'm right there. This boy London Bridges II is turned. I can out here for my team. Now I need my offense to try to step it up. They are getting an 88-yard touchdown. That's exactly what we needed. 17-13, we are closing in on halftime. Alabama with 30 seconds left, getting a quick pass off. Look, I'm getting that tackle. It doesn't really matter. 2nd down and 1. Milroe is thinking about throwing it deep, right over my head, and they are going to get in the end zone. That is exactly what I said could not happen. I knew Milroe was going to take a chance, and I was not prepared for it. You see they're trying to run a little screen right here. I'm coming up with the tackle. Lucky for me, we are up 27-20, so I have a little bit of cushion, even though I do not want to make any more errors. You see we are back there with the sack. We are putting the pressure on Alabama, getting back there and taking them down. Our defense is going to have to step it up if we want to win this game. That is all I can count on. That is all I can control. Look, they're trying to run a little quick screen. We do not want him to burst through everybody. I had to make sure I did not let him get past the last line of defense, or that would have been a touchdown. And Alabama is running the no-huddle offense, trying to catch us off guard. Another quick pass. When you look at these cuts and these moves by these ball carriers, I'm like, oh my goodness, dog. They are out here trying to juke people out of their cleats for real. And on the screen, I am getting blocked. And Alabama is in the end zone, dude. I am starting to have flashbacks from the last time that we played Alabama. They have the Heisman Trophy winner. They're the #1 team in the country. They're trying to run that play where the back is in motion out of the backfield. Give me that! The user, the user! The user, the user, the user, the user! The user, the user! Can you believe that? London Bridges with the pick, taking it all the way for the touchdown! Unbelievable stuff. In order to pull off that sleep celebration, you have to push right trigger and left on the right stick at the same time, but we get the touchdown off of the pick six, and our offense has added another one. We are up by 2 scores over the Alabama Crimson Tide, and it's the 4th quarter. Oh my goodness, not again! We were trying to switch up the play. My defender got in my way. 3rd and 5, we need to get a stop. We cannot let them get a touchdown. They're getting it down to around the 1-yard line. And here's Milroe flipping it out to the outside quickly. They are trying to punch this thing in and cut it a little closer. We need to get a stop. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Milroe dropping back to the end zone, and he gets it. I'm like, oh no, here we go again with Alabama trying to make a comeback. So they cut it within 1 score. It is 41-33 at the moment. All we have to do is run out the clock on offense. That's what we are trying to do, and we are able to go into victory formation. And we're gonna walk out of here with a W. The LSU Tigers are gonna get revenge on Alabama and beat them for the national championship victory. This game could not have gone any better for us. I cannot believe how epic of a season we had, and of course we are celebrating on the field. And that is going to do it for our freshman year. We came out here and did what we had to do to secure that victory. I want you guys to leave me a like and make sure you subscribe if you want more College Football 25 early gameplay. Once again, I have to give a huge thanks to EA for allowing me to capture this gameplay and upload it for you guys early. Finally on College Football 25 after all of this time, and I gotta tell you, bro, I am having a ton of fun. I am gonna be on this thing so much more, bringing you so many more videos. If you made it to the end of this video, big shout out to you. I appreciate you hanging out throughout the whole thing. It was a ton of editing, a lot of talking, but of course it was all well worth it. And we are leaving out of here as national champions, but that does not mean that this series is gonna be over. Let me know down in the comments where we should transfer to, and I'll be back with some more soon. Take me out of here, Siri!
That's nasty. Peace.